Once you've completed the site work part of your asbestos survey, you'll need to send any samples you've taken off to your lab for analysis. Now, if you were doing things by hand, you might also create a sort of handwritten list of any samples you've taken, along with the locations and how you took them. That's the old school way of doing things. We've made this a little bit easier for you. So once you've gone ahead and collected your samples, you can head over to the dashboard and just take a look at any samples you've taken. So in my case, I've taken 2 samples. This one, which was a sample and then a cross-reference of the same sample, and then we had a second sample here. This means you just have to put some basic identifying information on the sample bags themselves, and the Samples for Lab report can do most of the heavy lifting. So let's go ahead and take a look. I've actually already got this layout selected, as you can see. I'm going to tap View Report to take a look. So because we had 2 samples, there are 2 rows as expected. Here's our sample 1 and here's our sample 2. Now, because we actually only took one physical sample for that 001, the second one was a cross-reference, it's only going to appear here once. So the first column is the sample ID. The next 3 relate to the location which you took the sample. Next one is the item, how you took the sample, and the material. So it's worth noting that this is just our default Samples for Lab layout. Your lab might have a specific format that they want you to send this in, because they probably want to map this to their own system. If that's the case, please get in touch. We can easily customize this for you. We can add columns, we can remove them, whatever it is you want. Now, alternatively, your lab might actually prefer the sample data in a spreadsheet format. If that's the case, what you can do is you can copy the table data, which will copy these rows here, and then you can paste this into a spreadsheet program, for example, Excel, Google Sheets, or OpenOffice Calc, and then you can save that and send it to your lab in that format instead. Now, once the sample results come back from the lab, all you need to do is to change the layout to whichever one represents the type of survey that you actually did. The Samples for Lab layout should be available on your account by default when we first set it up. Our Samples for Lab layout will include our default columns and your branding. However, if you do need any changes, please get in touch with our support team and we can make those for you as soon as possible.